Hello and welcome back to the hair drawing. I'm really excited about this one actually. Once the eyes are in and in this case one eye and the ears are in, you can slowly see them coming together and coming alive on the paper. So I do like it when we get to this stage. Okay, so yesterday we done the ears. I'm going to revisit them a little. I just want to make these hairs stand out a little bit more, so we'll do that. And then I'm thinking of concentrating on this area. Let's come all the way down the back of the neck and then we can work forward onto his little face. So I have put the reference photo to this in descriptions for you. I'm going to start doing that now with videos. If there's anything else that I'm missing out or any questions that you have, please do put it in the comments. I do look. Yes, let's get started. Okay, I've just had a bit of a move around, so hopefully that's more in focus and in the middle. Right, okay, let's start with these ears. I've got the walnut brown and I'm just going to come into the white fur, or where we've done the slice tool marks, just so there's a bit of colour underneath. It doesn't matter if you go over the slice tool marks, because they should still be there. I'm just using light pressure, and now you can see, I'm hoping you can see on the screen that you can see the slice tool marks better now, because we've put a bit of colour underneath. Okay, hopefully you can see that. I'm just going to do a bit more work here as well, just making this a little darker with the walnut brown. Let's move those pencils. And I'm just going over the slice tool marks here as well. I have been asked by a couple of people who want to know about the slice tool. I have put the link in comments. I'm not quite sure what video I did it in, but if you do want any links, just let me know and I'll do that. I do read the comments, so just let me know and I'll reply. Okay, just darkening it here as well. Sometimes it can fade a little overnight, not often, not by a lot, but it doesn't really matter. You can just go over a little bit. Okay, I don't want to go too much with the ears. I think that's okay. Right, so let's concentrate on this area now. So we've got some fur, well, it's the back of the ear, so we've got a little orange down here. So I'm going to get let's have a look, the warm grey 3, I think. Let's have a look, see if we can find it. Yep, no, that's not it. Okay, warm grey 3. So I'm just going to go over this little area here. Okay, I'm going to just run over that with a sepia 10. Just on this side, and then I'm going to add some terracotta. As you can see, just down here we've got some orange colour. I'm just going to put that in and then go over with the sepia 10. sepia 10. Okay, I think what I might do as well is just get the walnut brown and just gently go over that. And it just gives it a bit more colour. That is in the shade, and it's not very sharp. It's unfocused, so we don't want too much detail. Let's just darken that up. I think that's okay. Right, so here we've got some white fur here. So I'm going to get the, actually let's do this bit first. So I'm going to use the, let's have a look, Warm Earth 5. I'm just using light pressure. On the back here, it's, make sure you get the right direction. It's coming down and down towards his back. And we've got like a little part in here. Okay. I'm going to get the raw umber. I'm just going to come over here. I just want to get this bit in. Okay, and I'm just going to run that up the top here as well. Right, on the outside here, it's getting lighter. I'll just move my photo up. So I'm just going to run the raw umber down this side. I've got the seagulls going off in the background. I don't know if you can hear it. Okay. So nice soft pressure. Right, so down the middle here, I'm going to use the terracotta. So it's coming, just looking at the direction of the fur, so it's coming this way on the nearest side. Then it starts to come down this way towards his back. And then it goes under this fur here that we've just done. So we just make this sort of, we make this movement with the pencil, so we're going into the fur. then we can use the rubber so it looks like it's going over this bit later. So it's kind of like you're planning the next you know, stage. I'll bring a bit over here as well. Okay. Right, now I'm going to concentrate down the middle here. I've got the Warm Earth 40. I'm just going to darken up what I've just done. So I'm leaving the edge here because that's lighter. So I'm going to try and leave that alone for now. I'm just going over the terracotta. Okay, I'm just getting my bearings. So that's the edge of the cheek there. I'll stop it there. Okay, so I think this could be a bit darker actually. I'm thinking the cocoa, a very small cocoa pencil. Let's give that a go. I think I'm going to try the walnut brown actually, that might be a better colour. This is why I never plan my colours, because it's just nice to do it as you go along really. It works for me. Okie doke, right, I'm going to do a bit more over here now. If I start working over here, and then we can join it up to this area. So I'm going to get the raw umber 10%. I'm sticking to using my Luminance pencils at the moment. This is very close to the Warm Earth 1. I'm just using the Luminance. I'm just going to do his cheek area with this, just as a bottom base. Okay, make sure that's covered. I'm not going to go any further. Okay. Okay, so coming over here, I'm going to start adding the colours. I'm going to go with the burnt ochre. You see he's got slight oranges through the cheek area here. And then the bottom of the ear. And then I'm going to bring down the back of the ear here. And then just around the edges as well, let's put a bit in there. Right, sorry about that, I keep getting pop-ups on my computer. Right, so we've got the burnt ochre here. Just bringing it around the outside. Light pressure. Okay, so we've got like a little line coming down here. I'm thinking the cocoa again. Let me just put that in a holder. Okay, put them in an extender. So I'm just going to put this in places. There's like a line from where he is at the bottom of his ear. And then it stops about here. I'm taking it over the burnt ochre as well. And then the fur starts to come around this way. Okay, and then a bit on the back here. I'll just keep going back to the reference photo. And then this area here is a lighter grey, and here as well. This is more of a browny grey at the moment. I'm going to get the warm grey 4, and I'm just going to do this area. I'm just following the fur direction. That's all I'm doing. I'm not checking each fur line, making sure I'm getting it in the right place. I'm just not thinking about it too much. I'm just making sure it's going in the right direction. Right, now I do need to darken this up here. Just going to bring that warm grey 4 down here a little. Okay. Right, so let's darken this area up. So let's think what colour would work. Right, so I've got the burnt sienna in the polychromes. I'm just going to warm these orange bits up. And over the back of the ear here. I'm just going to run that over the orange. Okay, let's darken that up a bit. I've got the warm grey 6. I'm just going to start darkening areas up. So down the middle here. Just going back and forward. I don't want it to look like a line, so and it's quite short fur as well, so I don't want to do long lines. I want to replicate the size of the fur as well. And then just flick it over the orange at the end as well. And we've got a few long fur bits at the back here, so I'm just going to put them in with this grey. And we've got a bit on the face here. going to get the warm grey 3. I'm just going to bring that down here. Okay, I'm going to get the walnut brown. I'm just going to go over the edge a bit more here, give it a bit more colour. Back of the ear here. I'm just referring back to the reference photo. I'm just literally, because it's quite a mottled coloured fur, you can't really go wrong. So once you've got the colours, it's just you just go for it really. Yeah, can't really go wrong, can you? And just bring it over here as well, over the burnt sienna. I'm just going to get the terracotta out. I'm just going to brighten that up a bit under his eye. That's better. Okay, and then I'm going to darken this area. So I'm going to get the warm grey 4. Okay, right, let's get the mono rubber. Make sure it's nice and clean, or clean as we can get it. And then I'm going to start to put some light highlights through. So let's start behind the back of the ear. This little line here, I'm going up and under. that are clean. All I use to clean the rubber on is one of these like emery boards. I've got quite a few of them. I don't know where I got them, but they help, you know, to clean the tip of the rubber. I can't remember where I got. I think you can just get them on Amazon, but don't want to keep cutting the nib of the rubber because it's a waste. But that does the trick. So where were we? Getting some highlights in. And a bit over here. Okay, I'm going to get the cocoa. And I'm just going to go in between the where I've just rubbed out the rubber lines, just to give it a bit more depth. Okay, right, so I'm going to fill this in because that's too white. So I'm going to get the warm grey one, another small pencil, and I'm just going to fill that in. I'm going to get the burnt ochre. I'm just going to bring that in a bit so it doesn't look too blocky. Just want to make it look more like fur lines. I'm just going to get the mono rubber out, and there's a bit here as well, some lines, white fur. At the back of the ear there. Okay, okay, so I want to darken this area now, so on the sort of the back of the ear bit here at the front. So I've got the taupe in the Derwent lightfast pencils. Just want to run it up here. A bit more definition. Okay, I'm going to run that over here as well. So with these pencils, I think I mentioned before the Derwent Lightfast, they're not the best pencil to use on drafting film because they can look a bit scratchy, but if you're using it as a last colour, you get away with it. But I wouldn't want to draw over the top of this because they, as I say, they can look a bit scratchy. So some pencils don't always go well together. I say that, but it's only these ones, I think. All the others work really well. But these are lovely pencils. Yeah. Right, let me get I'm going to get the warm grey 6 out, and let's see if I can show you what I mean. I don't know if it will pick it up on the screen, but it's typical, it's not showing it now. No. I seem to have got away with it there. There you go. That's just typical, isn't it? Okay, I think we've done that area. So let's work, we're going to work further down the face. So let's move this paper, move my photo across on my computer. Right, so coming down his cheek, I'm going to use the raw umber. I'm just going to fill in all this area. Then down the bottom here it starts to come over here. Got quite some long hair as well. Okay, and then I'm going to use the raw warmer 40. Got this little bit here. It's quite short fur here. And then I've got the burnt ochre. I'm just going to bring that down a bit further. Okay, back to the Warm Earth 40. I'm just going to bring it down here too. Okay, and then this area we've got another grey that comes around here as well. And this is quite a cold grey, so I'm looking into, let's have a look, cold grey 3, might need one a bit darker than that. Let's have a look. I've got the warm grey, the cold grey 3, sorry. Let's have a look. I don't think it's going to be we'll stick with this for now. I'm going to bring that down here as well. Okay, right, just seeing here, this needs to be darker, so I'm going to get the warm grey 4. I've got the warm grey 4 and I'm just going to run that along here. I don't think that's doing much actually. Let's go with the warm grey 6. No, not that one. Okay, warm grey 6. That's better. Bring that down here as well. Right, so get this bit here so it's lighter down here, so I don't want to take it all the way down. I'm just coming into that cold grey 3 as well. get the warm walnut brown. I'm going to come up here with this little bit. As I say, you can't really get it wrong with this kind of fur because there's so many different colours in the fur. Once you've got your colour palette, what you want to put in, as long as you go in the direction of the fur and the length of the fur, you know, you're almost there. It's just bringing it all together, really. I'm going to get another cold grey, but I think I'm going to go with 4 or 5. Let's have a look. So I've got the cold grey 4. Put that over here as well. Okay, so I'm going to get the mono rubber out now. Let's add a bit of highlights, and then we can go back in with the pencils if need be. So we've got this coming down here. Let's get some light in there. That's a good thing with this as well. If you think you've put too much colour in, you can just erase it on this surface. You can't really go wrong. And then it's light here. So I'm not taking all the pigment out, I'm just, depending on the pressure you're putting down, you're just taking out maybe the top 2 layers or the top layer. So it's all depending on the pressure that you put. It takes a bit of practice, but that's it, just a bit of practice. Give that a clean. No. Bit up here. Oh, it sounds gritty there. I think I've got a bit rough bit of the rubber that keeps catching. That's it. Oh. Okay, I think I'm going to use, I need not the burnt sienna, I'm thinking, let's see if I can find it. So I got this one out yesterday, the burnt ochre in the Luminance range, just to add a bit of warmth to some areas. I'm literally just touching the surface, I'm not putting any real pressure down. Okay, now I'm going to darken some areas up, so I'm thinking the warm grey 5 or warm grey 6, let's have a look. Actually I've got dark sepia here, let's try that. I'm just going to do some dark flecks. And it comes around here, so I need to put that in so it gets dark just as it goes round. I wonder if I can go over the taupe that I was mentioning earlier. It does seem to be working today. Other times when I use the Derwent lightfast, it just looks scratchy and horrible if you use it over the top of other pencils, but maybe it's certain colours that do that, I don't know. I'm just using this dark sepia to darken areas up a little. I'm not going in any particular direction, I'm just putting it in where I see it darker. And again, this would be good if I was working on the matte both sides. I could show you that I could work on the other side, and it just gives it a bit more depth to the darker areas. But I'll do a video soon where I've got the other, the matte both sides, and I can show you what I mean. It's a bit awkward to explain without showing you, but I've actually got some now, so I will do a video soon where I'm working on the other side and I can show you what I mean. You literally just flip it over and work on that side as well. I think his little cheek's almost there anyway. I'm quite happy with that. One more thing I'm thinking of actually, this area here is a bit too white still, so I've got the raw umber here. I'm just going to run that up and see if it helps, just so it blends in a bit better. I think that's helped. That's better. It was just too white and wasn't looking natural. And while I've got that, I'm just going to do the fine hairs on the back of his neck here. See, I'm just doing flicks with the pencil. As it comes further down the neck, it's getting longer. Okay, just a bit up here, wherever you can see, and put some extra hairs in. Okay, and I think that's done that little bit now. Yeah, I think the next bit is to work on this area, and then we've got that little flower he's chewing. Yeah, quite happy with that.